Hello, and I'm back with another update for Vault Hunters. And this time it's time for update 14 of Vault Hunters. And as you can see over here, this update mostly changes how you craft your Vault Crystals. And to start off, let's go into the Vault Stone. And now, once you break Vault Stone, instead of getting shipped Vault Rocks, you receive a Vault Rock that you can put on a Vault Altar. And once completed like normal, you just give a redstone signal and you receive your crystal. But there's a bit of a difference with the vault crystals and altar, and that is there is not only these normal vault rocks, now you have chaotic vault rocks, plunderer vault rocks, warden vault rock, the challenger vault rock, the herald's vault rock, glazed vault rock, architect's vault rock, and the paradoxes one. And they basically just give you the crystal of that type of rock, aka this one gives you chaos vaults with those 30 modifiers, plunderers gives you no exp but has more loot, wardens, well, it gives you afterlife modifier to your vault but it's unmodifiable, I think. Challengers, it's the one that lets you get stacks of soul flame. Herald, well, it's the herald, it's the last boss so far. At least. Glazed Vault Rock, well, it's the Cake Vault. Architects, it's the one to build your Paradox Vault, because now there are no Architect Vaults. Because, as you can see, there is a capacity on the crystal, and this crystal is level 10, only has 10 capacity. And this one at level 100 has 100 capacity, and basically the capacity is equal to your level. It's the easiest way to remember this. Anyway, I forgot to say the Paradox Vault, well, has its own crystal, the Paradox Crystal. But now that this, as you can see, the normal crystals have capacity and can just be modified as is. Well, you use the crystal workbench to modify it. However, to modify the crystal, you're gonna need either catalysts, that now there is a type of design for each catalyst, and every time you craft one, it's gonna come with what you need and the random negative. There is no chance of having nothing. And as you just need to select what you want, press the button, and you get it. And this one over here, the inscription table. First off, if I go and see inscriptions and see the blank inscription, it still says that living chests do have blank inscriptions. No, this no longer exists. Now common rooms cannot give given into a vault with inscriptions, because now you simply can add a room that you want to see in the vault that will appear. You just need an inscription, and let's say that I craft this blacksmith and come inside, and first off, this is where you place your inscriptions, your your catalysts, and not only that, you can also use a charm from a vault code that I'm currently rerolling that will also have a size 10 if you place over here, much like the catalysts that you craft or the inscriptions. And now I place this over here. As you can see, this is 10, 20, 30, 110. And because this is over capacity, once you go over capacity, instead of being unable to place anymore, you simply get a curse inside of your crystal, which is a problem, because now if I do search for modes, as you can see, besides the name in every one of them says legacy, and that is because, well, they don't exist already. You cannot use them to reveal curses, remove random curse, or remove all curses. None of this works, and you cannot get them. So save them if you want them in your world as okay, I was playing before this update, but there is no point in saving more than one. If you want, just use this for the soul value. Anyway, I place everything I want, and I can also cap it with a seal that now is also placed over here instead of an anvil, an augment in this place over here, and a capstone, which is basically something that you put on a crystal when you want to make it unmodifiable, because once you click with the capstone and decide to forge the crystal, you can no longer add anything more. However, if I did not place it, I could just do something like this, and now I have this one over here, but I can still add things to it if I just decide to use the capstone. But now I want to do something more, well, I can't place it anymore, and even if I could not use an inscription on it. And because of the changes in crafting crystals, there were some changes also to expertises. And the first one being stated in the patch notes is that if user no longer exists, but as you can see, it is over here. If it is a mistake in either the patch notes or if they just forgot to remove it, I don't know. I don't know if it works still. It shouldn't, but well, I did not test enough. I didn't have time to test enough, but I'm gonna say that it still works, but it shouldn't and it will be removed. However, Crystalmancer, it's a new one. It is there to change Mystic, and Mystic also changed the name. And instead of having a chance of not becoming unmodifiable, now you simply get more capacity. 5 at level 1 to 15 at the max level of 3. So 5 capacity per level. Anyway, now I have my crystal, and just open the vault. There is something we're gonna see right as I enter the vault, and that is the floor. As you can see, there is a bit of polished vault stone on the floor and one chiseled in the middle. This chiseled vault stone is the starting room, aka the room we are in right now, the portal to exit the vault. And this symbols over here is the place inside of the vault where the blacksmith rooms that I added are. They are gonna be spawned inside of this area over here. I think that it is at a maximum of 3 in the diagonal, each diagonal that they can appear, with higher chances to appear on the center ones, and as you go outwards the chance diminishes. So you can just spend your time at the start where the time doesn't move, and you can memorize or even take a print if you so desire. Although I don't think it's quite needed, it should be easy, because in this vault you simply want to do something like go, turn left, go, 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 and exit. You don't really want to explore much more, so it just need to plan your movement before you even start the vault. But let's not just say it, let's try and see if this is correct. If it is, I should be exiting in the next room, and in both to the right and to the left of that room should be a ornate omega room. So let's see if that's the case. To the right, there is one, and now if I go back to the left, there is also one, and then there should be another one. 2 rooms to the back, and now 1 back, and 1 left should be the last one. And as you can see, those are all in the places they should be. But why is the vault like this? That vault bedrock is appearing like this, there are some entities like this one, which is void liquid, as you saw the time going down. And if I was in survival, TNT spawning, which are these things over here. Well, that is because of the cursed modifier, which is this vault is cursed, it's collapsing, void pools have appeared, some mobs are immortal, and their attacks seem to have hexing effects on you. So yeah, the more curses you have, the more destroyed or corrupted and not proper your vault will be. So it is something you'll have to see. How much do I want from my vault? How much curses do I want to have them? And how much reward will it give me? Is the reward worth the curses? Yes or no? That is what you're gonna see when going now into the vaults. The last thing I want to see in this vault, it's gonna be with the enemies. First off, as you can see, ethereal enemies are appearing, because curses. Not only that, where are... okay, this one is one of the enemies of Blood Vaults. And Blood Vaults have been changed a slight bit in that now the mobs deal more damage, however are slower, and that is their trade-off. So if you want to run around, it might be a good one to do so. Maybe ignoring even killing the enemies and simply letting them be, as they won't be able to catch you, most likely. And honestly, that's pretty much it for this update. This is basically what I wanted the next episode of Vault Hunters Academy to be, the how to craft crystals. And maybe this video will even go into both playlists, the Vault Hunters Academy and patch notes. Because now let's go for the other changes that are smaller. Let me just hit them off because they aren't even big enough to just show you. So legendary items now render a legendary indicator on the icon in the inventory. There are new quests. Bounty XP have been buffed. Fire Shot has been slightly buffed early game. And honestly, the only other thing that I can show you is that if I go and belts, before they used to have only 3 of these over here upgrades, and now they have 4. Because before you would have 3 over here, and the previous tier of backpack would also have 3, and the next piece after this one, which would be the bag or whatever, would have 5. So now instead of having this one level that is staggered, they simply increase by 1. It's easier like that, and also it's above. So there is a problem though. If you do have any legacy ones from previous updates and still using them, throw them out and get a new one because you're gonna need to recraft them to get the extra slot. And that's basically it, I think. So thank you for watching and bye.